Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 15th through the 23rd. Happy birthday to you if it is your birthday this week. And I hope that you had a great solar return. We are wrapping up Libra season this week, right? We're finishing it up by moving the Sun, and Venus is moving with the Sun into Scorpio. So lots of shifting and changing. Mercury is in your sign now and has completed its retrograde period. It has cleared its shadow, and so that's some good news, some real forward-thinking energy for you, which is going to be important because you have a lot of choices around a lot of ambitions. We have the Seven of Shells, which is the Seven of Cups for your overall energy. That's kind of cool. So let's take a look at what else is going on this week, and then we'll take a look at the moons and what the moons are telling us about the energy this week. This is why I always encourage you to check out your sun, moon, and rising, because different aspects of your chart will be triggered by different things. Wow, that is a wonderful card to finish the week with. Holy cow. Whoa, wow. Nice energy. Okay. I want to encourage you. The thing I know about Libras is you're always looking for that perfect relationship. And having the perfect relationship starts with you having the perfect relationship with yourself. So don't forget how wonderful and magnificent you are. And if you can do that, I think you get so many things happening here. So this is about you choosing joy and choosing happiness. I do think that you're a little anxious about some financial resources probably, and they are asking you to stay in the energy of hope. And so, yes, you also have to do work. Nothing's that simple, but wow. So the key to your situation. So here we've got the Seven of Shells, the choices and the ambition, and the key to the situation is the Four of Acorns, which is the Four of Wands. That's the stability in wherever you are. Now, this could be in your place of work or at home or just in your community overall, but it says comfort and a community. So where do you feel completely rested and at home? Where do you feel most accepted is the key to the situation this week. So if you're, wow, you're getting a lot of advice. Well, if you are looking to leave a job or something, it's because, maybe it's not really feeling like home to you, or you're like, no, this is really working for me. So I think there's a lot around that. So you have been looking for a new idea, a new way to create financial resources, something that allows you to feel it's kind of got this energy of how do I bring my life into balance, but it definitely feels, because it's the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Crystals in here, I feel like it has a lot to do with you're researching ways to create a little bit more financial stability, but with your eye on the bigger picture of having the comfort and being in the right job or being in the right community in which to live in. And so the financial is your vehicle to get to what you really want, which is feeling, it's the walrus energy. And I want to say fat and happy, and that has nothing to do with your weight. It has everything to do with having an overabundance of all the things you need that make you feel comfortable and safe. And so this is the manifestation and the prosperity. And this little panda is carefully picking his way along a path. And so this is something that as you plant the seed of attention, you're going to need to really allow yourself to pay attention to it, to garden it. And so this is in the area of research. And so you're still trying to figure out exactly what that is and where it is that you go from here, but it's really nice energy. I think maybe you may have put in applications, or you filed for a loan, or your consolidation loan, or you put in an offer on a home, or you've applied for a job. There feels like there's like a waiting period, like you planted the seed of intention, because the anxiety is around the Page of Acorns, the Page of Wands. It's like, I don't want to get my hopes up yet, or I haven't found out yet. And so where the resources, the anxiety here is in this Page of Wands, the discovery and the enthusiasm. It's like sitting there waiting for the information to come in. It's got you a little bit on pins and needles. And somebody else has the power. This is the problem here, is that somebody else has to approve, right? You have these choices and these ambitions and these opportunities, but it's like you're waiting around for someone else to say, okay, yeah, no, you've got the loan, you got the house, you got the, whatever it is that you're looking for, the job here, something around that. And I think there's a lot of luck that comes through for you on this, because here, though, we have the King of Crystals, courage and commitment in the area of the obstacle. So this is why I think that it could be somebody else has the power, and there's competition. This is a week of a lot of competition. So put your best foot forward if you're looking for anything. How much can you really afford if you're looking for a mortgage? You don't want to get outbid if you could have gone higher. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just suggesting that is something to really take a hard look at. If you're, in a job interview, make sure you're putting your best foot forward. Have the courage to shine forward and be who you are, and really allow yourself to go out there. It really feels like real estate issues here. So one thing that I know a lot of realtors are encouraging people to write letters to the seller as to why the home would be so beautiful for them or whatever. Don't be afraid to do that, because you are good with your words. You know how to connect with people on a relationship level, and it might just be the thing that puts you over the top. Because here we have the 10 of shells, and how do you transform a situation? And it's blessings and well-being, and it is the pelican, and the pelican is not greedy. The pelican does not try to get more than it deserves or needs, but it makes sure that it has enough, and it knows, it seeks the peace and the joy in all of the emotional aspects of their life. And so, whatever you're going for, if you're showing up for an interview of any kind or going for something this week. And again, I want to remind you, if this is not your story, this is why we check out the sun, the moon, and the rising, because there are different things that are going to be at play here. So, wow, I just really think that for many of you, there's a big kind of shifting, moving into a new direction for you here. Okay, so I just want to encourage you to remember that taking a job for more money, make sure that is something that doesn't end up sapping all of your time and energy. You want to keep everything in balance, right? So money's great, yes. Not opposed to that, but remembering to be a well-balanced, right? Libra really in particular needs that. Have a really balanced life. Make sure that there's enough time for the things that truly bring in the satisfaction and the joy for you. But you have here the Knight of Wands. This is taking action. This is action and drive. That is what you are being, what Spirit is suggesting that you do this week, is that you are focused on what you want, and you have the action and the drive, and that you take the steps in the direction that you want to move to get what it is that you want to get. Because here in the area of resource, we have peace and healing. We have the Swan. I feel like things are going to fall into place for you. I feel like things are going to fall in place also because you have karma is on your side coming up for when that Monday, when that moon is in Cancer. And so this beginning phase up here, this is all really speaking to me of the Cancer energy. This panda reminds me of Cancer energy, even though it's the Ace of Pentacles, because it's got that yin and that yang balance. And then you have the 10 of Cups and you have the star, but it's represented by the swan that's swimming around. And so when Mercury clears its shadow in your sign on Monday, and you have the moon trining Mars in Gemini on Monday, there's a lot of energy around being able to move forward in a way that is really beneficial for you. And so I really feel like things are going to work out for you. You have to create space for new love. I mean, maybe some of you have a baby on the way, and so you need a larger place. It feels like if you're hanging on to something from the past that is holding you back from feeling joy and happiness, you are supposed to be seeking the joy and the happiness and being willing to release and let go and move forward. So for some of you, that action and drive forward would be about releasing and letting go from the past, something, a situation, whether it is a job or a relationship where you felt like you were not getting what it was that you needed. You have the card of forgive. You have the card of forgive. So whether this, and see me in their eyes. Okay, so if you are leaving a bad relationship, whether it is a work relationship, a friends group, an intimate partnership, a family situation, you are being asked, one, to forgive yourself. That's always the hardest thing anyway, is when we forgive ourselves because we stepped into a situation that looked good. I mean, it looked good, right? That looked really good. And then it was like, what was that? Like, this is, how do I get out of this? Right? That happens. And it can be so many things. Maybe it's the apartment that you're living in, or it's the job that you have, and you're like, this isn't working good. So you have to forgive yourself for not listening maybe to that little voice in your head that said, yeah, maybe I should check and see if this is really what I want. And then you also have the see me in their eyes. That means don't carry anger and animosity around about other people and what actions they have taken. Everybody is here for their learning and growing, and many people will show up in our lives that support us, and many people show up in our lives that support us by helping us to learn the really hard lessons, and we look at them like, yeah, I don't think they're on my side. Their soul is on your side, and that's what you're being asked to remember, is that we all, at different times in space, we will play the good guy or the bad guy. And so you may be encountering a soul that on the other side of the veil is your best buddy, and they're like, okay, I'll do it. I'll play this really rotten role just so that you learn the lesson and your soul can elevate. And so that has a lot of that going on. So seek the joy, seek the happiness in your action, and take action to move forward, to seek the stability and the happiness that you're looking for, however it is that it is shaping up and forming in your life. And keep your eyes on the fact that you have the star card up here in resources. In the area of the heart space, you have the Five of Pentacles, okay? But the Five of Pentacles in here is the Five of Crystals, and what it says is persistent and new possibilities, and you have the ladybug. This does not feel like the Five of Pentacles where you're sitting on the outside looking in. This is about, if you keep trying new doors, if you keep knocking and trying new things, that luck will pay off for you. Luck is on your side. Remember, karma is on your side. This is karma on your side right here. And this is in the heart space. And as you complete this week, you have the King of Cups, harmony and integrity. Harmony, integrity. This is when you make choices and decisions in your life in alignment, which is definitely what this is about, in alignment with what you truly want and desire. If you make choices that move you into alignment with what you really want in the heart space, then you are progressing forward and you are getting there. You really are. You'll get what you want. So when that moon is in Leo, on Tuesday and Wednesday, is very highly competitive energy that is going on. But we do have Venus in your sign trining with Mars in Gemini, which is going to allow you to really get some stuff going and moving forward. It's also very much being able to negotiate and work things out. And so go for the win-win. Give where you can and don't sacrifice what you need. And there's a lot of King of the Mountain energy that day. A lot of people thinking they're the boss. And that's why I think there's this obstacle here, this King of Crystals here, that somebody thinks that they're going to tell you how it is. And you may have to use that soft, gentle approach to negotiate the situation, to rebalance things. Don't lose sight of what you want, though. Make sure you're not giving away everything that is of value to you, right? In order to move yourself in the direction of what brings you joy and happiness. And that moon is going to, so you have the star fruit. Again, more of this energy of really hoping, but it says moderation. And so moderation is slow and steady, allows the healing to come in. Slow and steady movement. The seahorse moves forward slowly and steadily. So there's don't rush, even though Even though this boar looks like he's running, and it does say to take action and have a drive, but the action needs to be gentler this week in order to really succeed. And you have the carrot dragon, which is to observe. Make sure you're paying really close attention to what's going on around you. People will tell you who they are and what they need. And honestly, when you're in a negotiation of any kind, in a relationship or a sales pitch, or you're trying to get a raise at work, what does the other person really want? They may say, I need you to show up on time. I need you here 10 minutes early, and I need you to plan to stay late or whatever. What they're really looking for is more productivity. They don't really need more of your time. They need you to be more productive with that time. So how can you give them what they want and still get what you want? It's stuff like that. When someone's in a fight and they're like, well, you never come home in time for dinner. What they're saying is, you are not giving me, like, I'm spending time making a dinner and I feel like it's my time and effort is not appreciated. And on top of that, we are missing out on conversation time, right? So what do they really want? It isn't that they need you home in time for dinner. That is a vehicle for them to get more of your time and for you to show your appreciation, right? And I think Libra more than anybody understands that. And so this week you can successfully navigate through this week by being a little more observant, moderating what you are demanding, and also helping them to moderate what they're demanding. And there's a very much a negotiating, competitive energy that's surrounding this week, and I don't think anyone is better equipped to win this week than a Libra. So you have success and transformation and raw intention. Thursday and Friday, raw intention, action and drive. Success and transformation, getting what you want, which is the joy, the happiness, having all that emotional stability. Thursday and Friday, that moon in Virgo really wants you to look for the allies and the support system, and allow that there will be sudden changes. The more you're very able to initiate a new change, using your quick thinking, a problem will crop up, and using that intuitive, I know what the solution is, and being willing to make that shift and that adjustment. Again, superpowers for you. I think you totally navigate this week. When we get to the weekend, it's definitely a little more relaxed energy, and then the moon moves into your sign. And so the moon in your sign, Libra, is really bringing us, it's almost extending Libra season by another couple of days, because right after the moon gets out of your sign, then we have the eclipse on Tuesday. Oh, this totally makes sense. You have the eclipse on Tuesday that is in Scorpio at only 2 degrees. So really right after the moon, then the eclipse. Right after the moon gets out of your sign. And so there's almost like this bonus 3 days of Libra energy to really work with for you. And they're asking you to use all of it. I really want to encourage you to join me at 7:30 on Sunday night when I do the overview for the week, because I really get a little more into the astrology there, or on Facebook, and I really don't want to take your time to do that right now. Look, you have time for a nap. Saturday really is rest and relax day. Make sure you take a little downtime. It's about the balancing, right? So make sure you're doing that. We have a Venus Cassidy, which means she is conjunct with, so Venus and the sun in your sign are conjunct, and so take a break. But this right now, while the moon is in Libra, go the distance and clean it up. Wrap up those projects. Finish things up. Go the extra mile. Do the extra thing. Step up, step in, and sort things out. Nobody is better equipped for this than you are. You can do this. This is a very powerful week for you. The energy of the sun and Venus in the last degrees of your sign are very mature and very capable energies that you are getting to work with. So this is a great opportunity for you to be very successful. I think you have a successful week if you will take the action steps and use your superpowers of negotiation. All right, you guys have a fabulous week. I will see you back here next week. Take great care. This looks amazing.